It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. For a spot in the NFC Championship game, this one is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Williams starting with a pass here. Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now here's Williams. Complete out to the right side. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw by Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down from the red zone. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Off the play fake, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Williams to throw. That's caught for the first. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Jukes one defender, and they get there to take him down right around the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10 from the 41. Williams will look to throw. Dumped off to his running back. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They've got first down from the 31. Williams from the gun. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, Williams. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Commanders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
Gets everything he has under this throw. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. Takes it in at the 21. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be Bears football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Scoreboard showing 7. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at first down here. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Odunze's got it, right side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's complete. Cole Kmet. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Williams. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of Gibbs. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Daniels on first down. On the move, hit it right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Daniels now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Orlando. The Commanders at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Daniels, 3rd and goal. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Amendola able to put it through, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw by Williams. catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get some late points and the lead. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Flush down now to his left. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second down and 10. Daniels. Going for Anderson. Oh, but it's intercepted. And the Bears have it now on his 8th pick of the year. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. To throw is Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Williams to throw on 1st. He sends this one to the end zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Roma Dudes a touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Thrown on the... He's got it at the 30. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Daniels to throw. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. From the red zone now. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Bears have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Safety should be out of the picture now, Brock. We've got first and 10 from the 11. Staying grounded with Swift. Up the sideline past the 25. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Nearly a big play by the safety, and I guess you could still say it was, but it benefits the offense as he gets called for roughing the passer. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Working quickly here. First down from the red zone. He's on the move.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick-tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bears are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Buying some time right. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to go out of bounds up past the 15.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third and 4 coming up now. Back to the well again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from the 41. They've got a man in motion. First down, Williams. Forced out to his right. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Williams. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. but the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Third down, here's Williams. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Oh, he put some heat up. Big game downfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears push their lead further to start the half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Commanders with it, facing the end of their postseason as they trail. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pass is caught by Addison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Again, Daniels to the air. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be second down. He'll throw it yet again. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offensive coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
First down throw by Williams. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes Chicago! The Bears keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears continue piling on to this lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Chased out to his right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point try coming up. Now Daniels off the play action. Rolling left, buying some time. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Williams set to pass. Headed out right. On the move, looking deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Complete beyond the marker. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Commanders get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Daniels on first down. On the move, headed right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Buys time, rolling run. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Bears put up even more points in a win. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears grow their lead yet again. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Working inside the red zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick. And they take the attempted onside kick all the way back. Touchdown! Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears continue adding on to that lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels. Has his man. It's Addison. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Stays in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself.
Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Well, Brock, I know you're fond of referencing the great sport of baseball. That is 3 strikes for them, going for 2, and frankly, a little surprising they even tried it a 3rd time.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm officially out on this, and if we get a golden sombrero, I may walk right out of this box.
And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Bears continue piling it on here in the 4th. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Looking right, and he finds him. We reach the 2-minute warning from Orlando. Commanders trying to do some window dressing. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Daniels now. Escapes out to the left. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it sets up 2nd down. Here's Daniels. Flush down out to his left. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And they pick him off again. And the Bears will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger. Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They'll kneel it down as we get close to just 50 seconds remaining.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bears come away with a win. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the tracks. The conference championship game next week. And they're going to need the same type of effort from this game, Brock, to carry forward to reach the end of the line and earn that Super Bowl appearance. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Orlando.